Hello, unique awesome people. Okay, let's talk about the friend zone. Guys, the friend zone is not always what you think it is. It's not always a bad place to be. Depending on where you are in your life and what you've been through in your past and more recently, depending on what you want out of your life, depending on that particular person and where they're at in their life and how you guys are connecting in that moment. And when I do this, I don't mean like your body parts that you need to serve, because it's not our duty to serve your body parts, okay? So like, don't come out with a loaded gun. Reel it in, okay? Seriously. Allow some time to recognize the value of the friend zone. Now, you might be somebody who's been put into the friend zone and kind of like disregarded. And when the person speaks to you and you see them, they don't have a level of enthusiasm. You can see that they're not enthusiastic about being with you. That friend zone is not a very good friend zone. But there are genres to the friend zone. The friend zone is kind of like reggae. There are not enough identified genres. I think it's an important conversation, so that's why we're having it right now. There are other friend zones, like the one where the person interested in you doesn't even know they're interested in you yet. They need more time to develop that connection with you. And there could be so many different reasons why. And it could have absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. They could be mourning another relationship. They could be having financial issues they don't want to tell you about. Hell, they could be having digestive issues, okay? It could be not about you at all. The other friend zone is like, it could be entirely about you. It could be like, you were the most amazing person that person has ever encountered, and they want to take a very long time preventing the lust period to begin so that they can savor every second of your connection. I bet you didn't know about those friend zones, did you? Now, I don't know what I'm going to call them. They're genres. They need to be called things. Leave it in the comments below for me. And share some thoughts with me on this, because this is a conversation that requires more than one person. It's kind of hard to have it with myself. Thank you for listening. I think I just made a hell of a lot of sense. So please don't be a geek, watch it, and then move on to another video. Hit the like button for me, and subscribe please, and leave a comment so that I can discuss this conversation in greater depth, because it's really interesting, it's worth conversating about, and I think it's, you know, obviously going to be perceived very differently from a man to a woman. Or maybe a man and a woman relationship. Like, it depends on the people we're talking about. So I'd really like to hear your perspectives on what I just said, because there's so much to a non-sexual emotional relationship in polyamory. So if you're a monogamous person and you don't know what that means, you need to research that right now and educate yourself, because if you apply that same concept in a monogamous relationship, for example, you'll recognize that your friend zone just became so much more valuable, right? So there's such a misinterpretation of language. It's like these two different worlds, and it's important to understand the vast difference of how they affect your perception of situations, because they can just devastate your possibilities or elevate your entire experience. Okay, bye. Thanks for popping in. Have a good day.